Hey everyone, after over 100 videos you know the drill, you know my name and you know what we're gonna do in this video. So let's start showing some games. First thing is a Game Boy lot that I picked up locally from a friend who bought it at a flea market. This is an off-market adapter that came with it, but the rest is all original. 3 cartridge only games. First one is Bonk's Adventure, he's the guy from TurboGrafx. Pokemon Blue and Golden Sun, which is a really cool action RPG on the Game Boy Advance. There's also a part on the DS now. Donkey Kong Land 2 complete in box. Bionic Commando, unfortunately it's missing the manual. This is quite a, not super rare, but definitely uncommon game. Then Super Mario Land, the Classics series classic version. Donkey Kong Land Part 3 complete in box. A complete green Game Boy Color. Not sure this color is called, it's not teal because that's a bit darker. It's either green or acid green or something like that. And this is a really cool version of the original Game Boy. There's at least 5 or 6 different box versions I know about, but this is definitely one of my favorite with those robot hands. And the box is still in great condition, so that's nice for such an old system with such heavy use. Actually, I just noticed someone put a glass on it. See there? Too bad, but still the box is in quite good shape for its age. This is a Super Nintendo set that I actually bought last week, but I kind of forgot it to show you in the last video. So excuse my grave error there, and let me make it up to you by showing the good games that came with the set. Donkey Kong Country Part 2, Donkey Kong Country Part 1, Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World Combo Cartridge, and the first Mario Kart game, Super Mario Kart, which I like, but I definitely prefer the other versions over this game, because in this one you actually don't turn the kart, but you turn the world around the kart, or at least that's how it feels to me. But still, it's a great game for the Super Nintendo. I got something in so retro I'm not even sure you guys can handle it. This TV is from 1976, still working perfectly, and I got it with the Atari 2600 set. And just check out the options on this TV, so awesome. The brightness, contrast, volume, which of course has a lot of static, and here are your UAF and VHF switches, which just, yeah, how awesome is it? I'm just gonna keep this one because it looks, yeah, it screams 70s. Just check out that orange top, just screams the 70s. And it doesn't get much more retro gaming than having this TV with an Atari connected to it. So definitely gonna keep this one. Really nice free extra. This is the set of Atari stuff that came with that beautiful TV. There's Firefighter, Junior Pac-Man, which I honestly don't know what the difference is with the regular Pac-Man. He has a different screen. I actually have to be, yeah, I never played Junior Pac-Man. I only played Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man. Sprint Master, Donkey Kong, but this appears to be, yeah, is it an Atari version? Yeah, it is, but the box. I've seen different versions of this box, and usually it's a cardboard box, but this is either an X-Rental or a plastic version of the box. Tomcat, Skateboarding, and River Raid. There were also 2 non-official joysticks. Competition Pro, which gives you an extra button, so that's 100% more buttons. Quick Joy SV122, and in the bottom here there's Atari 2600 Junior, which is the smallest model, but also the least cool model in my opinion. At the end of the video, by the way, I'm going to show you my #1 find of this week, and I think most of you will go, meh, nice, but yeah. But in a couple of years you will go, what? Fuck, why didn't I get that game? It's a sleeper hit that will definitely go for a lot of money in the future. But first things first, Alone in the Dark Part 2 and Alone in the Dark Part 3, big box, complete for the PC. I didn't have Part 2, I did have Part 3, but Part 2 completes my set, so now I have all the games. And I just love the artwork on the boxes of these, they look really cool. I do remember playing one of these as a kid, but I don't remember which one, and I do know that it was way too scary for me at that point, so I didn't get too far. I just quit and got back to the funny, not so scary games. I had a poll up on Facebook this week asking you guys if you'd rather see a top 5 finds of 2013 or top 5 of my favorite games of 2013, and you guys voted for a top 5 finds. So I'm gonna make that one later this week. I'm trying to make the top 5 video, my top 5 favorite games as well, because there were some amazing games out this year and I feel like I should show you guys which ones I liked. But for now, some Game Boy games, and this first one is Tailgater, which is quite a rare USA title. Then we have Zelda Link's Awakening and Double Dragon 2, and the good thing is the rare game came with the manual as well. Not with a box unfortunately, but a manual is always a nice extra. For the Super Nintendo I have one European game, Bubsy, which is in my opinion a horrible platforming game. I have some review material laying somewhere of Bubsy on the Atari Jaguar. I played that game for a couple of hours and wanted to make a review out of it, but the game is just so horrible. Cutthroat Island, Super Star Wars, and this is Speedy Gonzales, Los Gatos Bandidos. Oh, that's easier read. Los Gatos Bandidos. Then we have Chester Cheetah, Too Cool to Fool, or not? Yeah, Too Cool to Fool. Pack Attack and Scooby-Doo Mystery. The last 3, Super Off-Road, Pac-Man 2 The New Adventure, and Super Mario All-Stars. Then for the Nintendo 64, a whole set of them, mostly kids games. Gex 64, Bugs Life, Pokemon Stadium, Snowboard Kids, World Cup 98, Mario Kart 64, and Excite Bike. Then we have Glover, Tarzan, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, which is the best Tony Hawk ever. The soundtrack of that game is amazing, perfect. It's like my puberty in one soundtrack. Carmageddon 64, Lego Racers, Mario Kart 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Banjo-Kazooie, which is a platformer that gets a lot of critical acclaim, but I've never tried it. Or well, I did try it, but I didn't really get into it. But I only tried it for about 10 minutes. So we've reached the end, and this last game I'm going to show you is a game that I already have, so it's a spare. I got it in a trade. It's considered to be the rarest PAL PlayStation 1 game. It only got released in New Zealand and Australia, and it's a game that from the looks of it you would not think it's rare, because it is of one of the biggest series in gaming, if not the biggest. This is the Grand Theft Auto double feature for the PlayStation 1. Like I said, only got released in New Zealand and Australia, maybe even only New Zealand, and it had a very, very, very limited run. I can only think of about 5 or 6 people that I know that have a copy, and I think in total there's about 20 known copies around, and for a PlayStation 1 game that is not a lot. This one, I consider it more rare than the Blue's Clues Big Blue Musical, blah. I always mess up that title. So, Grand Theft Auto double feature. If you want to see what's in the box, check out my unboxing video I did a while back. But basically it's just GTA 1 and GTA London in one box. The thing is, this is one of those sleepers. At the moment it's not super valuable, but you can consider this the... Stadium Events is not quite the right one, but maybe the Mr. Gimmick or the Rodland, for which are rare NES games of PlayStation 1. So when PlayStation 1 gets older and older and more people start collecting, this one will get a lot more expensive. At least that's my expectation. So that was it for this week. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, because this video should be out before Christmas. And not a Happy New Year yet. You'll get that one next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.